Hey there, Hofstra fans, and a welcome inside the W.B. Mason Coaches Report. I'm Mark Weiner, alongside the head coach of the Hofstra Pride men's soccer team, Richard Nuttall. Coach, how are you?
Yeah, good, thank you, man.
Now, Coach, last week, obviously a little bit disappointing the first two games of the season. You weren't able to score a goal. What was your message to the team going into this upcoming week?
I think we were playing well at times and creating chances, and I would have been worried if we weren't creating chances. So the message was keep your nose to the grindstone, keep working hard, and goals will come.
Now, this past week, you take on St. John's first in Queens, a 2-2 draw. What did you see out of your team in that one?
Well, I saw great fortitude, mental fortitude. We went 2-0 up and playing well, could have made it 3-0, and then gave a soft goal straight after half-time, and then they got to 2-2. And I was a little bit worried because against Northwestern we didn't really rise to the challenge, but from a point of view of rising to the challenge, I thought they were tremendous. And the last 20 minutes of the first the game and the 20 minutes of overtime, we were there toe to toe with St. John's, who were a very good team. And I believe we had 3 very good chances to win the game, whereas they probably only had one real great chance. So I was very pleased with our effort and our togetherness in difficult times on the field.
Then you take on Rutgers, your first win of the season, 3-1, so congratulations on that.
Thank you.
How did that feel, scoring 3 goals after struggling so much this season?
Yeah, again, we're playing quality teams, and it's a fine line between success and failure against quality teams. And I knew, as I said before, we were creating chances. So from my point of view, I knew the goals would come, and I believe they will come in the rest of the season. So we had a tough first half against Rutgers, but we battled. We were a little bit fortunate to go in at 0-0. We changed a couple of things at half-time, and we got into them a little bit at half-time, and we about raised the level, and they did. They responded magnificently. And we scored 3 and could have had a few more against a very good Rutgers team, so extremely pleased.
21 saves for Patrick Price so far this season. How much is he able to keep you into games?
Well, he's done a great job so far. Again, what we ask from the goalkeeper is that he makes the saves he should and makes the odd great one now and again to keep us in games, and he's been doing that. A lot of the shots, I think the defence have done well and control the shots from distance, so a lot of those have been routine saves, but you've got to make every save, and it's not easy, at this level.
3 of your sophomores, Harry Hawkins, Nino Alfonso, and Rory Murphy, all get their first career goals over the past weekend. Talk about their play and how excited you are that these sophomores are stepping up.
Yeah, again, good players who can be great players, and they're on that road, on that continuum to becoming very, very good players, and just pleased for each and every one of them. Rory Murphy's had a difficult last 6 months. He's had a growing operation. And he's probably only 70–75% fit at the moment in terms of his aerobic capacity. But Nino had a difficult couple of games, but then he stuck with it, and I think we played him in 4 different positions against Rutgers. And Harry's just been rock solid. He's a mature player, but he's another one coming back from an operation. So I'm really pleased with their abilities and where they're going, and their mental toughness.
Another person on that back line is Daniel Grundy. He's able to score a goal over the weekend, and he's been playing most of the minutes on the back line. How happy are you that he chose Hofstra when he transferred?
Yeah, but well, unfortunately Townsend lost the programme, and as a sophomore, I was a captain of Townsend, and Frank Olszewski, the coach there, is a good friend of mine, and he recommended him. So, from that we swooped, and he's a fine young man. He's a competitor. He's led by example on the field, and so much so that we've made him a tri-captain now, and he's just a leader, and he wants to win, and he's a good person. He gets people around him motivated, and just very pleased that we've got him.
Somebody who came back to the program after a year away, Joseph Holland, the past weekend, 4 assists for him, and he's really kind of been orchestrating the offense for you, taking the place of Chris Greach. Mm-hmm. How thrilled are you with his play?
Yeah, he's unbelievable at times. We're trying to get him more consistent and more mentally focused, but when he's on, and he's very difficult to stop. He's magical. And, we're trying to get him to do the right things in the right areas, and he's great going forward. We've got to work a little bit on his defensive side, but he's unbelievable when he's on, and he's just, every time he gets the ball, you get excited about what's he going to do with it.
Maid Memic scores his first goal against Rutgers. Are you happy to see the scoring being kind of distributed across the team, or do you want Maid to start scoring more?
Well, absolutely. I think both. Maid will get into a rhythm. He had a little bit of a hamstring issue early on, so he wasn't quite as sharp as he should have been, but now he's coming into sharpness. we expect that he will score goals, but it's great that they take the pressure off him by sharing the goals around. I think we're dangerous on set pieces and we're dangerous in open play. So, you know, we've just got to keep these guys focused and understanding it's the next game that's the most important. Let's just focus in on the next game.
Looking ahead to this week, you have Fairleigh Dickinson on Thursday first at 7 p.m. What do you see from them?
Very talented, very workmanlike. They get stuck in, they can get the ball down and play. They've got some speed up top and they've got 2 or 3 great players coming through the middle, and they're strong at centre back too, so it's going to be a real challenge for us. We're at their ground. We've got to be well organised and understand our task in hand. Again, it's just going to be a battle, whichever game is.
First home game on Sunday, you're finally getting back home. First of all, what do you expect the atmosphere to be like?
Well, it should be a good atmosphere. Again, we're not really looking at that game yet. We're just trying to focus in on FDU, but we love being home. We had great success last year, as you know. And from our point of view, it's been a tough few weeks, but something that I think is going to bode well for the future, these first 5 games away. I think it's brought us together as a team, and hopefully we can, when we get to our own field, I think we can do well.
Finally, Coach, what's the key to get 2 victories this week?
Togetherness, and again bringing, I think we haven't yet had a complete game from start to finish where we've done well in both halves, and we've got to just be consistent. At times we look very good going forward, at times we look very good defensively. I think we've just got to put it all together.
Head Coach Richard Nuttall, thanks so much for the time.
Thank you very much.
Once again, I'm Mark Wiener. That was the WB Mason Coaches Report. Tune in to GoHofstra.com each and every week, and Hofstra Soccer opens up their home schedule against Dartmouth Sunday at 1 p.m.